Okay, new Tyler. Hopefully it's good.
Chromacopia green, I pick a wig. Chromacopia, I've got a cold, I'm pretty sick. Mocha Starbucks coffee.
I was gonna start this video off by Chromacopia marching in, but I'll spare you guys that cringe and just do a normal intro. But Tyler, the Creator, one of my favorite artists of all time, probably my favorite rapper of all time. If you want proof, there's a Flower Boy poster right there. Also, you can't see, but the Flower Boy vinyl is on the wall. It's out of frame, but you can take my word for it. But like every other Tyler fan, I was excited for this album. Chromacopia, the 8th studio album by Tyler, the Creator. Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, The Estate Sale. This has been a crazy run, one of the best hip-hop runs in recent times. So we're going to go track by track on the new one, Chromacopia, just to see if he fulfilled that expectation. Starting off with the opener, Saint Chroma. This was the first track teased for this thing, and I liked it from that teaser, but this track in full is just an incredible opener. I love the progression and buildup of it. The whispered verse in the beginning is great, and I love how he throws in like the louder vocals within the verse. Daniel Caesar's vocals are also thrown in the mix, and he sounds great, and Tyler's verse on the back end is awesome. Just a great opener all around. But then we go right into one of my least favorite tracks, just off the rip, Ratata. I don't know, it's kind of just like a typical Tyler banger. The production isn't really anything that special. The rapping is kind of just, it's Tyler the Creator. I don't know, just this track kind of just does nothing for me. It's alright. And then we have the first like full single of this thing, Noid, which I was a pretty big fan of on release. I like the sample a lot. I think that this track kind of just shows how much Tyler has evolved over time, because this style of track is something that he's tried to do in the past and failed, in my opinion. His commentary on paranoia and being famous is also pretty well done. The verses are really good. And then we get to like the first just absolute banger on this thing, Darling I, featuring Tizo Touchdown. He has some great vocals thrown in. And this song is pretty much just about not caring about being in a relationship. Tyler is telling everybody that he doesn't really care. The music is what fulfills him. He's gonna sleep with and talk to whoever he wants. Which, I can't say nothing about that. I don't agree with that sentiment. I prefer monogamy, unlike what he says, but it's a banger. It's catchy as shit. Probably the most catchy thing on this album. And I will not judge, because we'll get into that later. This album is very anti-judgment. Hey Jane is a storytelling track, and honestly, I've never really been the biggest fan of Tyler's storytelling songs. I feel like they've been kind of hit or miss on past albums, but this is just amazing storytelling. I love the beat. I just love the story of it. It's very personal and vulnerable. Tyler talking about an unexpected pregnancy and him giving verses on the sides of both parties involved. I also like how he keeps the ending ambiguous. He doesn't tell you what exactly happened, but it is very highly implied that it led to an abortion. The title of the track, Hey Jane, is actually like, I'm not sure if it's like an abortion clinic or if they just like do help with abortion services, but Hey Jane is that. Also, the track right after that is titled I Killed You. While the song has absolutely nothing to do with the first song, it's about like Tyler cutting his hair. That kind of implies that, yeah, it was aborted. And the song itself it's okay. It's not one of my favorites. It's all right. I really do love the bridge on this thing, though. The instrumental is great, but overall as a track, didn't really stick out to me that much. Then we have one of the most polarizing songs on this album, Judge Judy, which, like I said earlier, is a song about not judging. It's Tyler telling a story about how he met a girl. It is a very, very sexually explicit song. Like, this dude says some freaky ass things in this song. But you can't really judge, because this song is about not judging, and that's a really good sentiment to have. As long as both parties are doing legal shit, everyone's enjoying it, who the fuck cares? Then we have one of the best bangers on this thing, Sticky. Now, I have a lot of complaints about this song, okay? I think that the verses should have been longer. I don't know why Lil Wayne sounds like he's rapping out of a tin can. I also think that the horns and the transition sound kind of cheap, but I can't hate this song. It's a fucking banger. Everybody, while their verses are short, they kill it. Tyler kills it as well on all of his sections. And I also like how it has this sort of like, kicking on like the bleachers type feel, you know, like you're at like a football game or something. Well, I do have the complaints, like I said. It's kind of hard to hate. The song it's a banger. We have one of the best songs on the album next, Take Your Mask Off, which is Tyler kind of chronicling a bunch of stories about people kind of just hiding from their true selves, lying about their own lives, telling them to, you know, take that mask off and just live like they truly are, which Tyler does himself in the last verse, because after this song, the album gets into very personal territory. But the next track, Tomorrow, I don't know, I really liked this snippet when it was posted on TikTok originally, but hearing the full song, Tyler's vocals over like this really laid back instrumental, I don't know if it's my thing. On Igor it worked because the production was kind of like really out there and like explosive. On here, his bad singing really sticks out. And I don't know, overall as a track, I just thought it was fine. I appreciate like the emotion and the sentiment behind it, but just sonically, I don't know, I can't really get behind it. But then we have one of the last bangers on the album, Thought I Was Dead, featuring Schoolboy Q. His verse is amazing. I absolutely love the synths on this thing. They are so goddamn good. Tyler is on his hater shit on this thing. His verse is amazing. He's just fucking hating. And it slaps. The hook is also pretty good too. Then we get another more emotional track like him, which once again, I don't know, this track just doesn't really do much. I like the emotional sentiment, but I don't know, I just can't really get behind Tyler's singing over the laid-back instrumentals. I do really like the instrumental, though. I really like it. It's a great one. Also, why in the beginning is his mom saying that he has a big dick? Am I missing something here? Am I reading this wrong? But then the last banger of this thing, easily one of my favorite songs on the album, we have Balloon featuring Doechii. I love whatever sample this is. It's very upbeat and really fun and cute. Tyler's verse is great. Doechii's verse is awesome. I've seen people complaining about this verse. I love it. I think it's great. She sounds like Nicki Minaj if Nicki Minaj wasn't a fucking weirdo. The only part of the song I don't really like is when he's doing like that amen. The auto-tune is just very fucking ugly, honestly. It's kind of grating, but you know, the rest of the song is so great. It's just a little section. I like the song overall. And then we have the outro, which is just a great closer. I hope you find your way home. It's kind of just like reflecting on everything he's talked about in the album, just being yourself, taking that mask off, and once again, absolutely beautiful instrumental on this thing. Great closer. Overall, though, what I think of this thing, I think that this album is easily one of Tyler's most vulnerable. Obviously, like I said, he talks a lot about like whether or not he thinks that he should settle down and have kids, or whether or not he should just keep being himself, keep doing the music shit. And I think this album does come with some of his best verses yet. Like I said, the storytelling on this thing is great all the way through. While I do think some of the songs here fall flat, overall the messaging and sound of this album is solid. It's all there. It's great. But just comparing it to Tyler's previous albums, I don't know if I think that it has like the same punch as Flower Boy. I don't think that it has the production as Igor. I don't think that the verses and just overall feeling are as consistent as Call Me If You Get Lost. But I do think that this is an album that's like better than a lot of shit that's being released currently. Well, this is probably the least favorite of mine from his recent run. I still think it's really good. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep listening to it because I fuck with it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Do you agree? Disagree? Probably going to disagree. This album's very polarizing. I'm sure a lot of you disagree with the songs I don't really like that much. But yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, more reviews in the future. And yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.